Hi there, my name's Curtis Chick, and I'm auditioning here for the reality TV show King of the Nerds, and I thought that it would be really interesting, instead of doing a normal audition tape where I do a whole bunch of things, that I would do reality instead. So this is just a one take, one shot. Something screws up, that's just pure reality, but that's what happens in a reality show. So I want to show you guys my little bit of nerdvana, so come on, follow me. So this is down in the basement of my house. I live in my house with my wife. We've been married now for just almost 4 years, actually. It's been a fantastic ride, and I've known her for 11 years. She's really had to adapt to my nerdly-like ways. So I think the first thing you guys will notice here in my room is I love Spider-Man. You guys are going to see here on the wall, I've got some great comic book cover recreations. This is a fantastic 5 foot by 5 foot quadrant, actually. I worked at Best Buy. And when I worked there, I was able to sneak this out the back doors. So, as you guys can see here, Spider-Man 3, one of my favorite movies of all time, just because Spider-Man's in it, not because of the script or because of Venom, I promise. Again, as we span through my room here, we'll see a little bit more stuff. I love books, and I'm quite a book nerd, especially one particular author, as you guys can see here, James Patterson. I just love the guy. I find his books just really resonate with me. William Shatner. Possibly the greatest Starfleet captain of all time, as well as one of the greatest actual actors of all time. So I did get his autograph, of course. Again, a little bit more stuff with the Marvel. You can see up here I've got some action figures all sealed up in the containers. These aren't my only ones. These are just some that I've actually decided to let out. But locked up in the box still, so yes, I am anal about that. So you can see scrolling along again, I got some Beatles stuff over here. Brent Spiner, but he signed it twice because he says my name was spelled wrong by my parents. I'm Curtis with the K, and he thought that was quite unusual. Up here on the wall is one of my favorite things, actually. This is a Spider-Man and Batman crossover comic book, and it's actually signed by Stan Lee and Adam West, which is quite an odd configuration or contrast, actually, so I really like it. Again, as you see through my room here, lots of things all sprawled up. I'll show you a couple other here in just a second. This is a really cool Spider-Man puzzle calendar, or excuse me, 3D puzzle where he pops out of the wall. So there you go, there's your first little bit of reality screw up. So I'm just going to take a seat here, and I'll explain why I really deserve to be back, on your guys' show. First things first, as you guys can see here, when I really go into things, I really go into them. And I truly believe that a nerd is somebody who doesn't just love a whole bunch of nerdy things, but really gets into them and finds out the history about them and wants to know everything they possibly can about them. So I'm one of these guys. And not only do I like a whole bunch of different things, but I like to know a whole bunch of different things about what I like to know. So I'm a book nerd, I'm a comic nerd, I like to think I'm kind of a food nerd, so I'm quite a bit of a nerd. But anyways, I want to give you guys a quick little bit into my backstory. When I was 16 months old, I was diagnosed with chronic asthma. And as we all know, asthma is truly the nerd's disease. Every movie you guys watch in Hollywood, nerds are always depicted with asthma. We're running along, we have to stop and take our inhaler. We're always wheezing, we're always gasping for air. We've got allergies, we're, sniffing all the time. It's horrible. So first of all, yes, I am a nerd genetically. Not a lot of people can say that. I've always told people that Superman's allergic to kryptonite, and I'm allergic to my world. So, truth be told, I'd be stronger than Superman if I wasn't allergic to the world. That's how big of a nerd I am. So from there, really what happened is I spent a lot of time in the hospital, and when I was in the hospital, I didn't have a lot of friends, obviously. I had some toys, and I had comic books, which actually my family was really good at leaving for me. First some Archie comic books and little things like that. As well as I was always fortunate enough to have a TV in my room, and I was able to watch the good old classic Spider-Man comics, good old He-Man, and I really loved Hercules, the Legendary Journeys, and all that kind of stuff as well. And that really started my nerddom, because I had nothing but time to get to learn and to love all these figures. Spider-Man really became my true passion, and my true, I would say really what I'm nerdy about. He's an everyday guy. He's just a guy behind a mask. He just wants to help people and do what's good. And really, that's all I really wanted to be able to do too. When you're sick as a kid, it's not so easy. And sometimes it would be better just to be able to hide behind a mask and do what you wanted to do. So Spider-Man definitely was my true aspiration. From there, I got into things like Star Trek, jumped into that nerdiness there. I can't even begin to, explain how great Star Trek is. I'm a big fan of the original series. I have watched them all, but nothing's better than the true original vision. Truth be told, if we had to go through a battle between Star Wars and Star Trek, I would go with Star Trek. Star Wars is a great, like, Rebels, Renegades sort of thing, but Star Trek really gives you a vision of the future, and you can really see what Gene Roddenberry's goal was with that one there. From there, you know what? Truth be told, I'm just the biggest nerd you guys are going to find. I PVR Jeopardy. I love trivia. So you guys can ask me random things like, what was Daedalus's cat's name on the original Hercules cartoon? And I'm going to know that it was Dido. Do anybody there actually know that? I know stupid little things like, you know, what comic book did Spider-Man get the black costume in? Or I love arguing who's stronger, Thor or the Hulk. So there's tons of different things that truly do fit me in with the nerd kind of category. As for a geek, I'm not so much of a geek. I truly believe that geeks are electronic guys. I can put stuff together well for you, but I can't really explain RAM or gigabits or how a processor works, but I can plug in the wires and get things to work. But nonetheless, guys, I know I would be a great fit for your reality show. I'm full of energy, as you guys can see here. I'm 32 years old, but I feel like I'm 21. I think that I'm the biggest nerd because I've had nothing but time to become a nerd and to truly be the biggest nerd. So you guys know what? You guys need me, the genetic nerd on your show, so I can wipe this thing away. I hope you guys are happy with this, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you very much.